attention. Go.
Oh, look at that, and look at that. Lauren Henry on this side. It looked like she absolutely flew off that start, that first stroke. She really squeezed and got on there. Lola Anderson there, we saw her perhaps a little bit slower on that very, very first stroke. Maybe upset, disturbed a little bit by that weight. And it is Lauren there who has got out ahead.
A great start from Lauren. And we saw quite a fast start yesterday from Lola Anderson. She was 4 seconds faster to the first mark of the barrier, so we would expect that power to come through there. But right here, it's pretty even Stevens, and great start from both athletes.
Yeah, it really is. And Lola there has recovered from that maybe slightly slower first stroke, and she's back up and she's back in her racing. I think this is going to go all the way. Fantastic to watch.
Great pedigree in these both scullers. I'm sure we'll touch on in a minute, but Lauren Henry here, we see her in the black colours of Leicester, and she's just returned from under 23 World Championships where she came 4th, so she's got that pedigree, Sarah.
Yeah, she has, and watching her race earlier on the week, she wasn't disturbed by being down on the Olympic champion Andrea Prost, because she ended up rowing through and beating. We saw her get here and get into really good rhythm, and I was umpiring earlier in the season and watched her in 6-lane racing as well, and you could see that she is really able to get in her lane, get her rhythm, stay undisturbed, and then move when she wants to. But Lola at the moment, she's gone out there really pushing away, and she's making the advantage of that perhaps slightly faster part of the course for her on that Berkshire side.
And we can say the same about Lola Anderson. I mean, a great season from her. Picked up a bronze medal in the last World Cup. So both athletes, you know, really doing it for British women's singles sculling here. And having this fight out here today is going to, you know, who's going to take the crown that is Henley.
Yeah, and I wonder if they've been watching Victoria Thornley and been inspired by her journey. Catherine Granger, before that, we saw her race in the single scull, get us a silver medal at the World Championships, and then of course Vicky took on that mantle and got 4th in Tokyo.
Moving through here, Lola Anderson on that far side of the pink and the white of Leander, just squeezing out there to a bit of clear water. I'd call it 2 lengths. But we've seen Lauren race so strong through the middle of this race today, and through the rest of the week, and actually it's a long course. It's against the headwind, it's against the stream. In the single, we've seen so much turn of pace. She's just got to stick with it now, Sarah.
Definitely stick with it, and you see there, she's just in the middle of the course a little bit there. She wants to get herself settled, but you can see she is in a rhythm. She is there pushing her legs. And Lola, I was talking to Ken Roberts from Surbiton High School just outside the enclosures this morning, because he was very excited about his 8 that we saw racing against Hedderton. And Lola came along in year 8. He coached her, supported her, and he was definitely going to stay around this afternoon to keep an eye on this race.
Yeah, I'm sure Lola's been inspired that by seeing her, you know, her school in the first ever women's 8s race here. But she probably hoped to have raced that when she was around. But great to see her for the first time ever. But doing brilliant stuff here, just sitting on top of the race and dominating this single scull at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd say dominating. She's up there, she's got up there, but as we saw, you know, Lauren Henry there, she's staying in there. She's not lost touch, I wouldn't say. As we say, single sculls, they can move pretty quickly. The pace can move pretty quickly, and you can see she's still in there. She's still holding on. It's going to be interesting what happens, I think, in the next minute.
Great call, Sarah, and I was pulling out some technical pointers from Lola yesterday. That really good grip and the patience of the leg to move the boat. People sometimes look at rowing and think we just slam it along and, you know, just whiz through the water. It's about levering, and she really hooks that spoon in there and levers well. And I really like watching that in her sculling. Yeah,
it's a really neat and efficient stroke, isn't it? And there's so many different ways to move a boat, and it's about efficiency. It's about finding a way that works with your morphology. And in a single scull, actually, you can pretty much do it in any way, because you can do absolutely your best work and tailor your rowing stroke to you. Once you get in a crew boat, of course, you have to give away a little bit of perhaps what makes you quick in a single to make the crew quicker together.
Lovely shot there. Really low in the shoulders, loose, giving herself time to connect before she swings that back open, using the legs to the maximum effect, and then she's swinging her hips open, hanging off long arms, and that's exactly what we'd be telling any young rower to do if you introduce them into our sport.
Yeah, we just talked about that Leander quad and the Princess Grace and how calm they were, how steady they were, and we're seeing the same kind of pattern, the same kind of picture here from Lola. Really calm, really steady, picking it up, legs and back, and just so much time in the stroke. She really is using this single scull efficiently.
Leander women's program, it's led by Ross Hunter, and he is having a day of it, isn't he?
Yeah, a busy day of it, I have to say. It's extraordinary, isn't it, this regatta? We've seen some real strength and depth in different clubs, and it's great to see that here at the regatta. We can see Lauren Henry there. She's still pushing, she's still moving on, she still looks calm, but she's looking there to see, where is Lola? Am I able to stay in touch? Am I able? When you're going backwards in a boat like that and your opposition has kind of pulled away from you in that way, it's really hard to know. Are they 2 lengths ahead, or are they actually 4 lengths ahead? So she had a little look there to just get that idea, and the feedback she'll be getting is it's a little bit of distance, but maybe not too much yet.
They've come through Remington, they've still got a lot of the course to go. Now, Lauren Henry sat behind the Olympic champion from Tokyo in the women's eights, Andrea Proska, the other day, and she's used to this feeling. So Lola's probably going to be a little bit concerned about that. She'll certainly know that, and Lauren's got to take real confidence in that and stay in this race. We've seen single sculls come from way behind. Can she stick with it? If she's going to glance around now, I would start thinking about going through those cogs, going through the gears, freeing it up, and start moving.
Well, there's definitely nothing to lose now for her, is there? She's absolutely got to do it. Don't wait any longer. We've seen how much this course is costing the athletes today. You never know how much less is left in the other athletes' tanks. So you just have to ask the questions and trust yourself. You always have more to give if you just dig deep enough and trust your physiology.
But this is hurting now. You've just raced almost 2,000 metres. You're coming up to that 2,000 metre marker, and it's painful. Can she turn around and take the rate up, or is Lola Anderson going to be too strong? Great shot there of Henry. Yeah, she's had a little glance, and can she move it now?
Yeah, she's definitely trying. You can see at the mile and the quarter there, the number 1 up there, that's telling Lola that she is in fact ahead, and we'll get the distance from that marker in a bit when the second number 2 comes up. I think it'll be about a length of clear water there for her 2 lengths ahead. And as we can look down this amazing picture in this course, you can see there's still a little bit way to go, but the grandstands are beginning to fill up and people will be starting to cheer. And again, Lola will get some energy for that. I'm nearly there.
There she goes, down the enclosures, filling up, as Sarah said. What a feeling this must be for these 2 scullers coming down here. You've had a quiet start to the race, and you suddenly come into this wall of noise, and one of them is going to become the new Henley champion.
And Lauren Henry, you can see she's gone again. She's had another go. She's asking another question of Lola Anderson. She's lifted her boat speed. Is she going to be able to get back on turn?
Incredible turn of pace there from Lauren Henry. Absolutely amazing. She's glancing over. She's having a look. Is she going to run out of the river here, down at Henley?
They're passing the progress ball. We're into the last 5-6 strokes. This is going to go all the way to the wire. Lola Anderson, Lauren Henry, who is going to get this victory?
She is still going. She's looking. She's not even got ahead in a boat.
Oh.
What a race. That will be a win in the Princess Royal Challenge Cup for Lola Anderson. Amazing stuff there over a really challenging race from Lauren Henry. Well done to both scullers.
Lola Anderson, congratulations, you're the winner of the Princess Royal Challenge Cup. And that was an incredible race, one of the tightest of the day. Just talk, what was going through your mind in enclosures?
Well, I know Lauren's got a really quick second half, and that's not really my forte. So I was kind of hoping that if I paced my race well enough, I wouldn't have to have a huge sprint. But she pushed me for it a lot at the end.
You had quite an unusual problem, shall we say, about 200 metres in. What happened?
Oh, I wear contact lenses and my contact lens flew out. Not the most practical, but can get around it. It's a straight line course. doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and you steered it pretty straight. How much does it mean to you to be standing here a winner at Henley?
So much for so many reasons. This is the first Henley where I've not got knocked out in the first round. So to make it to the final of like an open event and to win it, it's pretty huge for me. And on a personal note, I lost my dad in 2019 December, and he was the one that introduced me to the sport. He's the one that always prepped me going to and out of races, and it's been a long 2 years without him. I was on the bike for half of this month with a back injury, and he always told me, you know, like, you might surprise yourself, never stop, never give up, and you'll, you know, surpass even your most outrageous beliefs of what you can achieve. So today I feel so happy, not just for me, but it's races like this where I know he'd be proud of me, but I can really feel his pride, and that makes me feel just amazing. It's such a precious gift. So yeah, I can't even begin to describe what this means to me.
Thank you for such a beautiful interview, and congratulations,
Thank you
Lola.
very much.